Hooty hoo, 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 hooty hoo. Okay, now, as you see by the title, you do know what we're here for. We celebrate. That's fireworks. That's fireworks. Now, this is our New Year's 12 days of New Year's. The camera to go all the way right the right way and things. Okay, is it leaning? Okay, how is that? Oh, no, that's just. Okay, how is it leaning? Is it leaning? If I lean with it, it'll make it straight. What's going on with y'all? Hooty hoo! Come one, come y'all. Come one, come y'all. It is indeed a beautiful, beautiful Thursday. Your girl got hit with a double blessing, with a whole woo wop, double blessing out of nowhere, just woo wop. And I just, I'm just hoping and you know, I just want to make sure that nigga been through some things. Like I told y'all, I started from the bottom. Now we here. You know what I'm saying? And all my life been poor, but it really don't matter no more. And they wonder why we act this way. Never it's gonna be okay. All right. So what we really here for is this is little New Year's back. Y'all see the little snowflakes on me? We gonna do Capricorn's yearly horoscope. Now we can't be too hype in here. This is the back of my bakery in Bamboo Plaza. And it's real bougie, it's real kind of chic. You know what I'm saying? It's real classy around this motherfucker. So, you know, we can't be in here hooty hoo. We can't be in here hooty hooing and all that. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna read the Capricorn yearly roundup horoscope. Now, this thing is telling me that I'm running out of time. I done used up all my time for the month to be able to make videos. So I'm trying not to do too much talking. I'm just gonna get the content out to y'all, and then by next month I'll go ahead and subscribe to the upgrade plan, so that we won't run into these issues or I have to rush my signal because I get a signal from the universe in order to be able to translate these horoscopes for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And so, just for me to avoid rushing my signal, tainting, which taints the message, we gonna have to upgrade, get that upgrade plan next month because I didn't even know I was about to run out of time. So we gonna get through this so that we can make sure that we got the content out to match the titles, the proper content out, the proper titles, and everything that we plan for the rest of the year. We gotta make sure we squeeze this in. So let me hurry up and not say too much. Now, what I wanted to say was we're gonna do everybody's digital fortune cookie, just in case there's a few people sticking around, sitting around, listening. You can listen in on Capricorn's yearly um, horoscope, and then but we gonna give everybody a digital fortune cookie since we all might be here on this evening. This is your urban horoscope experience. There's no reason to miss it. There's always some good recipes and some good ingredients going around, even if we don't know who these messages are for somebody in particular, but nobody specific. Now today is focused on Capricorn, but if it fits some aspect of your life, it's going to resonate with you. It's going to start making you vibrate. It's going to start making you think. It's going to turn on a light bulb in your head. Something going to click for you. If you know what I'm saying, it can click for you, even if you're not a Capricorn. You ain't got to be a Capricorn for the recipe to taste good in your life. Okay, so keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Now, where's the schedule for this? For today's episode, for this, we have the schedule. There's going to be the digital fortune cookies. There's going to be the recipes. What I forgot to mention on this last episode that I uploaded earlier today. Y'all check that out. We streamed earlier today, a little while ago. And I was just telling y'all about what we do over here at the bakery, and it's recipes for life. So a couple of recipes that we've come up with so far. We've only been back here for about a month now, but we have come up with two recipes. I was able to perfect one while I was sitting here and waiting for this to do this next episode. And also the other day I wrote down the ingredients, but today I put the recipe together. I wrote down the ingredients probably like last week. I've been thinking about it for about 2 weeks because we came up with this about a weekend. So, and it's not, it wasn't something. The first recipe was something that, just my opinion, and I think it's good enough. It's not, nothing is an end all be all. You know what I'm saying? But it works. I think it's a good recipe. It generally tastes good to most people, like McDonald's. It's a McDonald's recipe. You know what I'm saying? But this second recipe, it was taking me a little more. I had to actually, like I had to actually test and try different things out and take things out and put things in and marinate some parts overnight and freeze other parts and get rid of other parts. I had to deep fry some of the shit and oil it down with the drizzle it with some butter. Okay, and then I feel like we got to it. Now, what we do with the recipes, one of our first recipes was the recipe for romance, which is really simple. It's really quick and simple. I call it the BBB, brains, body, bag, because I just feel like for be the person that you want to attract. Make yourself be that person that you think they would be attracted to. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that starts with your body looking good. What type of person would be attracted to your body and make your body be that, or loving yourself enough to maybe consider that you don't know who might be attracted to you. You just got the confidence to love your body or change your body. You know what I'm saying? And then brains, as far as not only being intelligent, but making sure you and this person are equally yoked, so y'all won't be bumping heads about minor petty things, and also that you are mentally ready and stable for that. And then the bag, the relationships are always much better when y'all have access to different experiences and opportunities. So that was a recipe for romance. Now our second recipe is recipe DNOE, recipe done, which stands for dodging the onset of negative emotions. And so it took me about a month to work out this recipe, but I feel like we got to it, and I feel like it's nothing else that I need to add. It's nothing else that I need to take away. I feel like it's a pretty strong recipe. So I'm seeing that first recipe. I just came up with that kind of quick in a couple of days. Recipe for romance. This second recipe done, the recipe for dodging the onset of negative emotion. I really put a little time into this one, so it feels a little different. But let's go ahead and get to it because these people said I'm running out. I ain't gonna have enough time to do none of the stuff that I told y'all we was gonna do. They said I only got a few more hours to record in a month, so I can't be bumping my gums like this. We got to get the content out. What's the title of the video saying? Okay, so everybody gonna get their digital fortune cookies because we are all gathered here today. Come one, come y'all. Come one, come y'all. Since we are all gathered here today, um, we will read everybody's digital fortune cookie. Then we're gonna go ahead and get into um the um we'll talk briefly about the recipes, the two recipes. Well, I kind of just covered the first one, which I didn't mean to do that, but we can go over the second one a little bit because that's going to be its own separate video. And then what? Capricorn's yearly, and then a fortune cookie for Capricorn. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it out. So everybody did the fortune cookie. Who did I'm trying to be quiet because I'm in the back of my bakery and it's very classy. My customers don't expect anything less than classiness and in a peaceful atmosphere. So I move very daintily. I'm dainty. It's very demure. Okay, when I'm serving crepes and truffles, that's the way it needs to be. So let's do this. Now we starting with Sagittarius because we're in Sagittarius season. Who? Sagittarius, you learn from your mistakes. You will learn a lot today. You making a lot of mistakes? Capricorn, no matter what your past has been, you have a spotless future. Aquarius, you are given the chance to take part in an exciting adventure. Pisces, love can last a lifetime if you want it to. Aries, there are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Taurus, that was a good one. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going. Taurus, if you are never patient, you will never get anything done. If you believe you can do it, you will be rewarded with success. Gemini, your hard work will get payoff today. Cancer, you can't go down the right path without first discovering the path to go down. Leo, a very attractive person has a message for you. Virgo, keep your plans secret for now. Libra, let your heart make your decisions. It does not get as confused as your head. And finally, Scorpio, you are far more influential than you think. Libra, that was interesting. Your heart does not get as confused as your head. You would tell somebody to think with their head, right? You would think somebody should think with their head. But there obviously the universe is saying there are times when it's appropriate to let your heart lead you to go with where your passion is and what you're passionate about. That's the vibe that I got. So real quick, the recipe DNOE. We already talked about the recipe for romance, and I broke it down. Which is the brains, the body, and the bag. Right. So be like whoever the person, the type of person that you want. Who do you think they would be attracted to? How close can you get to being like that? Right. While also considering don't change yourself. You be yourself. I like that. Because the person if that person is meant for you, whoever you're attracted to, they're gonna be attracted to you for being yourself, not because you changed. Hold on, because this shit don't. Sometimes these recipes comes to us just right on the fly, and what we want to do is take note. Cause you got to think fast, but be slow to keep up with some of that shit. You can't just be letting your mouth run, and your mouth is running, talking. The words just come out. Sometimes I be having to make myself slow down for y'all. But you got to You got to think fast, but be slow. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking fast and I'm talking, but I'm slow enough to stop and write down when we come to a good ingredient. I feel like this is a good solid ingredient. Don't change yourself. Be yourself. And we gonna add that to the recipe for romance. So it's the brains, the body, the bag. And always considering it what you want to factor in is how you want to cook it. What you want to cook it with is the idea that um you want to be attractive to the person that you want, right? But don't change yourself. Be yourself. Be confident in the body that you do have. Maybe just come mentally stable. Come with a bag. If your body ain't the best, make sure your brain and your bag is on point. If your brain ain't the best, make sure your body and your bag is good. If your bag, y'all get it, y'all get it. And so that's the recipe for romance. And then the recipe for done, dodging the onset of negative emotions. And so what you're gonna want to do there is, where is it at? So how that works is, what came to me was, it's two things that people say, and I'm not breaking it down right here. I'm just giving y'all a little bit. We're gonna do a whole. I'm gonna do a separate recipe. I'm gonna do a separate video for this new recipe. Because I feel like it warrants that. It absolutely does. Um, so people say let it go. What do people mean when they say let it go? And you kind of, you want to be able to do it, and they say deal with it. And it's like, okay, well, how do I let it go? How do I know if I let it go? How do I know when I deal with it, or if I'm dealing with it, or how to deal with it? What is my measure of success? Am I gonna get a notarized letter when it's officially let go? And is there an authorized dealer to let me know that I did deal with it? You know, do I visit an authorized dealer to deal with it? So um, it's ways of letting things. Well, a way to let it go is, what you want to do is stay present. Stay present in a moment. Don't start thinking of other things and getting distracted. And the way that you deal with it is by shooting down negative thoughts. And we'll get into why I don't. It's not about distracting yourself, because let it. When you say let it go and stay present, at that point you can be okay. Maybe you're distracting yourself, you cleaning up, and you redirecting your energy. Right, to me, like, distracting yourself is you redirecting your energy. Like, oh, I got mad, so I started cleaning up the whole house, things of that nature. But dealing with it is like, you actively choose, you being intentional about your thoughts, and not replaying those old thoughts in your head, shooting down those negative thoughts. You don't want to distract it. That's not distracting yourself. You practicing um making sure those thoughts don't be keep reoccurring in your mind. So that's what once we get into recipe DONE, dodging the onset of negative emotions, you'll learn more about that. You'll get the ingredients for the recipe, and then you just gotta cook it to your liking. You know what I'm saying? Cook it to what works for you. All right. Let's do the 2025 horoscope for Capricorn. 2025 horoscope for Capricorn. Cue the fireworks. All right. Capricorn 2025 horoscope. Now I don't know how much it translates. We gonna do how strong my signal is gonna come in. How much time I got left? Am I gonna be able to do the 12 days? The time, they said it's a time limit. I didn't know that. Maybe I could try to come in from a different device, or relog in from some other way and do it like that. We're gonna have to see. All right, let's go. Capricorn 2025 horoscope. 2025 is like a masterclass, Capricorn, teaching you how to redefine your relationships and step into your power. This year, the planets have a path for you to grow, communicate with purpose, and open your heart more than ever before. The nodes enter the Pisces Virgo axis, activate in January in your third house of communication and ninth house of learning. See, I don't know what all this means. I ain't gonna hold you. Now I translate the horoscope, but I don't know where's the axis and the Mercury retrograde. Where is it at? I don't know. I don't understand all of that. I just deal in what the message is behind all this. Okay, not what I don't know about all that. But let's continue. The evolutionary cycle nudges you towards expanding your knowledge base and exploring new philosophies, possibly through travel or relocations. It's a call to bridge the gap between the familiar and the foreign, urging you to share your wisdom, which helps you gain visibility in your field. In March, Venus and Mercury retrograde in Aries in your fourth house of home and family bring introspective periods, prompting you to reassess your emotions and living situation. The Aries eclipse, coupled with Neptune's entrance into Aries and Saturn's shift into the same sign, signals profound transformations in your home life and inner world. The ultimate purpose is to solidify your foundations and show you who your soulmates are. Jupiter enters Cancer in your seventh house of partnerships, blessing you with growth and abundance in love and close relationships. It's a time to embrace vulnerability and form meaningful alliances with people you can trust. Uranus's ground Uranus's ground-shattering transition into Gemini in July revitalizes your sixth house of health and wellness, sparking innovations in your daily routines and work environment. Embrace new ways of healing or consider how to use technology for self-care. Meditation app, anyone? This is your year. Oh, 2025 is your year to cultivate openness and to fortify your home base as you nurture your relationships and goals with compassion. Embrace changes this year as they are paving the way to a better life. Okay, Capricorn. We not. Let's see what we can pull from this. It said redefine your relationships and step into your power. So, decide what you want your role to be in relationships and be intentional about it. Yeah, communicate with purpose. When you say something, don't just say anything. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're saying something for a reason. Otherwise, you can be quiet and observe what's going on around you. Because our words are powerful. You know what I'm saying? God said, let there be light, and there was light. So you don't want to just say anything. You don't be done spoke something over your life. You be done spoke something over somebody else's life. And that's what you don't want to do. Now it says something about Pisces and the Virgo axis. And see, I don't know about all that, but what it's gonna that's nut. It said that you're gonna want to expand your knowledge base. You're gonna want to explore new philosophies. Okay, and then this see, it didn't say expand your knowledge. It said expand your knowledge base. To me, that sounds like you want to expand like where your thoughts are coming from. You know what I'm just saying? Not just knowing the facts and and dealing with the facts, but just understanding the why everything is not black and white, and what's different ways that you can see things, what's different perspectives that you can have. And then you're gonna do this through traveling and relocation. Oh, see, you're gonna get cultured. That's called being cultured when you learn and know different things from moving around and being in different places. So you're gonna be getting some of that. You're gonna be having some of that going on. Capricorn this year. That's going to bridge the gap between what you're familiar with and what you may not be what you may not be familiar with. See, and that makes sense because, like I said, well, a fact is just a fact. It's no way you don't argue with it, you don't change it, you don't try to mold it. It's not malleable. But when you have a knowledge base from experiences or from from seeing other people do it or from having to live like that or from you actually created something, right? And you that's the base. It was expanding your knowledge base. So that means you have all these different thoughts and ideas that can come from that foundation of knowledge. Mhm. So, and that's what's going to bridge the gap between what you're familiar with and then what you're not familiar with. Trusting yourself, the experiences that you've been with, you're willing to take the risk of something that's foreign to you, because it said familiar versus foreign. You're willing to take the risk of something that's foreign to you because you have a good knowledge base to work with. You know what I'm saying? A good base of knowledge that you're working with. And what else do we have here? For Capricorn this year was talking about something going on in March. Okay, wait. And once you bridge that gap, you're gonna get you're gonna get visibility in your field. People gonna start recognizing you in your industry. People gonna start giving you the credit that you deserve and coming to you for certain things. You're gonna be considered. You're gonna be somebody. Okay, over there. Now, what else did it say? Something about your emotions in your living situation. You're probably gonna be thinking about that some more. Thinking about that this year and stuff. So reassess it. Reassess it. It's gonna be bring some introspective period. So you're gonna be looking within, search within as it pertains to your emotions and your living situation. What's your ultimate goal? How you would see yourself being, how you see this situation being, would it be the best outcome for both of you guys? Maybe you don't have to rush and make sure everybody comes out with a good outcome, right? Okay. And then something about Neptune is in the Aries and Saturn is shifting. Transformations in your home life and in the world. Yeah, more about your home life. We just talked about that. How you want your home life to be, make it that way. Picture it how you want it to be and make it that way. Now it says the ultimate purpose is to solidify your foundations and show you who your soulmates are. Okay. So what is this? You possibly, if this is your soulmate, you be feeling the urge. You won't mind making this sacrifice. Maybe you feel like this is something you can't budge on, and you ain't even got no business trying to move, but you're thinking about moving. But if this is your soulmate and you starting to realize I might be willing to take a risk or make a sacrifice to consider their feelings so they can stick around. And everything isn't doesn't have to be a certain way. What works for us works for us. You know what I'm saying? We don't necessarily, I want to move to a different house so both of our names could be on there. This name is just in your house. Okay, well, yeah, it sounds good, but is it hurting you? Maybe y'all come to some kind of agreement where since this house is not in my name, I get to save a certain amount of money that ain't got nothing to do with you. Since you got a certain amount of equity in this house, that ain't got nothing to do with me. And y'all can leave it at that. Throw that inside of some kind of agreement, and y'all can move forward. Don't lose your soulmate. Um, the ultimate purpose is to solidify the foundations and show you who your soulmates are. You realize that this was your soulmate because you was willing to risk everything that you worked so hard for. But you don't necessarily have to do that. You compromise and write it out and do what's gonna work for both of y'all in the long run. In the event of anything. Jupiter enters Cancer in your seventh house of partnerships, blessing you with growth. Oh, I'm reading. Y'all already read that. Ain't nobody finna read that. So growth and abundance in love and close relationships. See, y'all gonna get closer. Embrace the vulnerability and form meaningful alliances with people you can trust. Okay, make some capital connections, some meaningful ones, genuine shit. Maybe outside of work and business, but maybe somebody people that show up for you, even when they're not getting paid, even when it's not about work or business. Just on a personal level. Um, Talking about innovations in your daily routines in your work environment. Oh, where you can use technology for self-care. You 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 what? So your work environment, the universe is suggesting that there should be some innovations to your daily routine and your work environment. And then it says something about using technology for that. So you you very attached. Whatever you're doing for work has you using technology a lot. This is for nobody in particular, but somebody specific. A lot of us, all of our work damn near is gonna have us using technology in some kind of way. But where we at with it? Okay, yep. So the universe specifically said, maybe for some reason you feel like you got to stay close to your technology. Something in your mind feel like if you get too far from your computer or your laptop or your phone or your Apple Watch or your tablet, you're gonna miss something that you cannot afford to miss. That could very well be true. What you're gonna want to do about that is get you a meditation app a wellness app. Now, y'all know over here, this is the bakery in Bamboo Plaza. We pretty soon, later on, probably next year, we'll probably later on this year, no, next year, because next year is in a couple of days. We're gonna have the Bio Bamboo Wellness Center. And so what we do there is we get some herbals going. I match my herbals with yours, and we have a session and we discuss. We discuss. And so we would do that over a virtual. You know what I'm saying? If we didn't want to do it virtually, we can just do a phone call, and I'll have my herbals and you have your herbals, and we're gonna match. And by the time my herbals is done, the session is over because there's no charge for that. Now, if you want to do call me now for your free read, then that's something else. But if we go once you make your way over to the Bio Bamboo Wellness Center, that's the way it all goes down. So if you are attached to, you do need your to be near your technology for a certain level of comfort. It won't be good for your health if you worrying about your technology. It's counterproductive. You're supposed to be focusing on self-care, but you're stressing about that. So what you do, there's stress and there's something called eustress. Eustress is actually good for you. Eustress is good for the body. It's spelled EUSTRESS. Eustress. It's a healthy version of stress. I gotta look more into it and break it down on one of these future in the edibles rack, because y'all know we go by the edibles rack and exchange information. Because since it got me through, I want to share it with you. And if it got you by, maybe I can give it a try. Okay, so if you need to be, do it just like that. We said it enough times. Use the technology, meditation app, um, a Zoom session with some neutral party, somebody outside of your life, unbiased, a professional possibly. Um, just something that they tell you, okay, exercise for 20 minutes at this time. Okay, the 20 minutes is up. Okay, something that tell you that goes off every hour is to go get a sip of water. One more hour, go get a sip of water. You know, you see what I'm saying? So that's use your technology for your self care. Even sounds, they have those white noise and sleepy time jungle sounds and creeks trickling and wind blowing and shit, crickets. Download that on your and play that while you're doing your work. And that can be a part of your self-care. Now 2025 is your year to cultivate openness and to fortify your home base as you nurture your relationships and goals with compassion. Nurture your goals. Nurture your goals. And then if one of your goals is self-care, the word nurture is like, you know what I'm saying? Uh caring for yourself and others. Embrace changes this year as they are paving the way to a better life. That's what you're gonna do. It sounds like you embracing a new perspective. You embracing the idea that you could change the way you view certain things. If you feel like this is your soulmate, y'all can figure out what's a good compromise so nobody feels like they're losing. Um, and also, what was the last part? Oh yeah, embrace changes in your relationship. Oh, and nurture your goals with compassion. Be compassionate with yourself when you introducing this new self-care routine. Do it in stages. Don't be so hard on yourself. Be your beautiful. Make a statement without making a sound. All right. And that was the Capricorn. That was Capricorn's 2025 yearly wrap up. So until it give me meat, keep it sweet. We're gonna be back later for a recipe. We're gonna write it down and get it going. Try to get 2 more videos out so I can hand these flyers out tomorrow. And then that's what we're gonna do. Stick around. Oh, a real fortune cookie All right, Capricorn. So we really wrap up. Let's see what it says. I still want to do two more videos. I still want to do two more videos. I still want to do the daily horoscopes for everybody and the recipe videos. So time allows, we shall. Let me see. Um, Capricorn. So this was that's what that's make this your fortune cookie for the year. For the going into the new year in 2025. What do you say for the year? Because you're gonna get more throughout the year. But yeah. At the end of each day, think, what has this day brought me? And what have I given it? Okay, a give and take. See, we was See, this is why I like because wasn't we just talking about wasn't your yearly horoscope talking about this person? You might be dead set on something. This might be something that you know you was raised to believe this, or just no other way, because this is what you see in TV and on the movies. You just never thought of it any other way, or you just it goes against your values and your morals to believe anything else because you are a man's man, or you a real bitch, you know, you a real stand up, classy, sophisticated woman. You know what I'm saying? A bad, a boss, and that goes for either sex. You feel like you a boss as a man. You feel like you a boss as a woman, and then so it's certain things you never willing to budge on. But you found something that's kind of making you consider trying to ask your own self. Is it a way around this rule? I don't necessarily have to believe this. I'm not gonna pass out if and just because that's what other people do and that's generally what works for them, that don't mean that's what has to be what works for us. And like I said, you can find a way to work it in, something, maybe it's something big, like, okay, well, I don't want, let's use the house as an example. If you would say, well, I don't want to, get married and live in this house if the house is not going to be in my name too, but it's a beautiful house in a perfect location. It's already paid for. It's so many pros, but it's this one thing that one person is steadfast, on hanging on to. And so, but you all find a way. Well, look, I know it's not benefiting you, so you save extra money on the side in the account that has nothing to do with me, since you're not going to have any equity in this house ever. You can still stick to your shit, but let them have a little something for their own self too. You know what I'm saying? So we was already talking about that give and take, right? When we read your daily horoscope, that's how I translated it. Okay. Then we cracked this fortune cookie, and the fortune cookie said, at the end of the day, think, what has this day brought me and what have I given it? Ain't that is crazy? So that's like your theme for the year. It's giving theme for the year. Your learn Chinese word is climbing. That's how you're gonna climb. And then pa. And then your lucky numbers are 52, 13, 11, 28, 41, and 25. That's my attempt to pronounce the word climbing in Chinese. Pa. I cannot, but I love the universe. I love this right now. Like it matched up. The fortune cookie, I just pulled a random fortune cookie out of this bag and it matched up with how I translated the horoscope to mean what I think it means. I mean, this shit is amazing. I can't make this shit up. Like the signal came in good and strong. I kind of was rushing a little bit, but at the same time, it ain't no need to rush because I'm out of time regardless. I don't have enough. I don't have enough time left for this 1 month trial. I didn't know it was a 1 month trial to make 20 videos. So I'm gonna have to figure out some other way to log in. We gonna work it out. We can log in from a different device or something. We gonna work it out. Now, until again we meet, keep it sweet. That was our Capricorn 2025. Cue the fireworks. That was our Capricorn. Crowd goes wild. 2025 yearly horoscope. We wrapped it on up. We got to it. I feel like we got to it. We cooked today. That was our first time doing that. This was an exclusive. And it's gonna be 12 more. Aquarius is next. We gonna do Aquarius yearly horoscope. Um tomorrow. Woo! Until again we meet. Keep it sweet.